Ria is helping make the most of every space for her clients. She is the owner and designer of Interiors by Ria, and she joins me in studio tonight. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's
Absolutely.
exciting.
Yeah, no, I appreciate your time. When did you first discover your eye for design?
So when I was a kid, I really enjoyed decorating the space. I loved looking at magazines. I wanted to make my space and my room like a dream room for myself. And I always wanted to go into design, but things happened, life changed. Dad said, hey, let's do electrical engineering. That's going to help you out a lot in your career. Which probably was true, but I did that. And then eventually, I think in 2017, I said, nope, I think I still like design. I mean, I enjoyed electrical engineering. I enjoyed IT work, but I figured I still like design, and I got my training from New York Institute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you knew your passion early on, and parents did what parents do. They advise you, and then you got right back to what you knew you were good at.
I did.
That's
exactly.
awesome. So talk about how, when I was kind of doing some research for you, about how you really help your clients move out of their comfort zone as it relates to design. I think that's interesting.
Because what I have noticed when I'm talking to a lot of my clients are, for example, they see a magazine, they look at catalogs of furniture stores, and they're like, this is perfect. This is what I want my room to look like. I'm like, that is great, but give me a chance. There's like so many options out there for colors, textures, patterns, like just so many things available out there in the market that they have not even explored. So I kind of just nudge them just a little bit. I'm like, hey, give me a chance. Let's try this. Have you thought of this color? Have you thought of this texture? You know, you don't have to go with leather couches all the time. Have you thought of this couch and that chair? You know, and, you know, kind of keep pushing them a little bit and show them their design. And they're like, wow, I didn't even think of this, you know? There was a time I was showing my client her master bedroom design, and she's like, I would have never thought of emerald green for a pop of color in my master bedroom. Like, you know, things like that, like something they would have not thought about at all, but, you know, they might actually like it. So I kind of just tell them that keep an open mind. We'll try something different. If you don't like it, we'll go back to the way it was, but at least let's try something different.
I like that because, you know, for those of us who don't have the eye for interior design, we are picking up those magazines. We are watching the home design shows, and it tends to be, we do what everyone else does.
Exactly.
So I'm kind of curious, in your line of work, how much research do you spend on the latest trends? Or are you going your own path, looking for your own design? Or is it combination?
Combination of both. There's a lot of research that goes into every project that comes through the door. I spend time trying to figure out what their needs are, their likes, dislikes, and we go with what's available out there. Is this option viable for them? Does it work for them? Is this what they were looking for? And, you know, there's a lot of research that goes into a project, and it's a good combination of both.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have a certain style that you would describe yourself? Like, this is Interiors by Ria is this kind of design? Or you go into space and you just get inspired depending on the space?
So, kind of yes and no. If you ask me, and if you give me like an empty room, I would probably fill it with some kind of transitional to modern, glam kind of style. But when I do go into a client's home and they say, hey, I want this style to look like farmhouse, I want this style to look like traditional, then obviously I'm going to cater to those needs. But if you give me an empty room and you're like, hey, design however you like it, I would, you know, kind of tend towards like transitional to modern, glam colors, like a lot of lights and sparkles and textures.
There you go. There you go. We probably need more lights and sparkles in here.
You probably do.
Probably do. We probably can help. You probably can help us with that. What is the most requested style as we head into next year? You mentioned about the leather couches, the farmhouse. We know there's a famous designer down south of here in Waco that kind of made that very popular. Are you seeing any kind of new trends as we head into 2023 as far as home decor?
I'm seeing a lot of, at least for the clients that are coming to my door, I'm seeing a lot of minimalistic to modern designs that they're wanting to do. They're like, they like the space. They don't want to go overboard with everything, but they want to keep it nice and simple, more comfortable. Something more that it looks really pretty, but also very utilitarian, where they can, feel like a home. They can enjoy the space. Something like that.
That resonates. That's the type of style we have in our house. Like we don't have a lot of stuff on the walls. We just want, that resonates. I want to make sure I give your website for those who are watching at home. It's interiorsbyria.com is where you can go and look at that. Gorgeous pictures and the different styles that you're helping out with. Now, you are in the Metroplex. If someone reached out outside of Dallas-Fort Worth area, do you travel?
I prefer not to travel, and I would still help them out if they want to. I still do virtual design services for them. So if there's something that we can work with, where I can give them like a design, help them out with some ideas, I'm happy to do that, and I do that online.
Awesome. Now, I asked that because we do have people that are watching all over, you know. So give us a couple of things tonight, maybe just one or two practical tips that we can do in our space or look at our space differently that will help us have a more productive space.
So I don't know if you saw my Instagram post. There's like a lot of posts that I've posted. I also work with a social media manager. She helps me, come up with some of the posts. And there's like a lot of like little tips and tricks of what you can do, how to organize an open shelving, how to make your bedding in the morning, and what simple things you can do for the existing space that you have to make your bedroom look that much more beautiful. How to get like accent pillows. Maybe you can get beautiful sham pillows that are complementary in color that you have. Get a beautiful throw rug, a throw blanket for your bed. And, just little things like that can really add a lot of coziness to your bedroom.
And it's often the small details, isn't it?
Right, it always is. Some, flowers and plants, almost always plants, like natural plants bring in a lot of good feeling into the room.
Yeah, and this is where I think hiring somebody like you makes sense, because I'm in the space all the time.
Yeah.
And so there are things that you would walk in today. I guarantee you walk into, whether it's our studio or you walk into my home, you would probably instantly be like, oh, we're going to do this, this, and this.
Right.
I don't think about it because it's just white noise to me every day.
Exactly. And that happens with so many people. There are a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't need the area rug. We don't use it. I'm like, are you sure? I mean, try it. It'll be really nice. And
that's
awesome. The
awesome.
Same thing. They're like, oh, the curtains, we don't want that. I'm like, yeah, you want
That's
it.
Great.
Like, try
Good
it.
Stuff. Interiorsbyria.com. Good information, some practical things that you can do this weekend. Stick around. This is Create, Build, and Manage Daily.